because to me, there's what's your goal? Who you trying to be? And to me, I feel like a lot of the people who do have success with sketches, they take the wrong avenue, right? Like, so if you've been creating sketches from scratch, you've been producing successfully, you've been writing successfully, maybe that's what you should do. But everybody will get some sketch shit going, and then they try to be Will fucking Smith or whoever, and it don't work out, and they be confused. It's like, bro, that's a hard lane, but you have shown the acumen to create and do this. So like for myself, I always knew, like, I did stand up first before any sketches or anything, and I was just like, nobody gets like picked up in stand-up rooms, but some people will. I started doing stand-up just to get a manager, get an agent, just as like a means to an end. It's like I grew up with Damon Wayans Jr., so I seen his kind of route. I was like, okay, he did the stand-up thing, because if you can successfully do that, like, people will fuck with you. Yeah. They'll be like, oh, you could write, you could do this. So if you go tear a room down, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, him.
Right.
Dude, everything I've gotten in the industry has been through stand-up. Like, has been through meeting people by just doing stand-up. Because I started with stand-up before I was an actor too. Did you start as an actor first, or did you start as a stand-up?
Actor, because I went to a performing arts high school, and I started doing theater, Shakespeare, when I was in middle school and stuff like that. So people was wondering why I was booking shit so early. I was like, I'm trained.
I'm trying my hardest.
I'm trained. I just did Shakespeare, you fucks. That's why I'm booking shit early. But yeah, so I started, but I was always the funny one in school. You see what I'm saying? I was always winning the like the funniest superlatives in high school and elementary and all that type shit. And then when I got to LA is when I really started pursuing stand-up. But I was doing YouTube, 2009? I was posting shit.
Yeah, so you were doing it early, like when it was like, I mean, YouTube came out in 2005, infancy, right?
Yeah, 2006, I think.
2000, yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I put out my first sketch like 2008, 2009. I used to go viral, but I wasn't booking no TV shows. Man, that gets me to this point where I was going to get to is, I was just having this conversation with Batch, King Batch. And I asked him, I just asked him, like, what's a good audio book to listen to? And he just sent me this book, and it's called The Power of Doing One Thing, which is something that I've been telling myself recently. Because the issue is when you're so talented, you feel like you should be doing and could be doing all these different things. But if you're trying to obtain something quicker with more success, you need to just lock in on whatever that one thing is, go hard at that shit, and you're more likely to obtain that, and then from that, the other opportunities.
I suffer from that much because I started the weird shit with my path to this was I never really came in this trying to be a comedian. Like I was a rapper. Like I used to be a gospel rapper. Like I didn't start doing comedy till I was 26.
Wow.
So it was never like I was like, oh, I'm super. But then once I started doing it, I got decent. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, I want to get on Wild 'N Out because I can rap and I do comedy.
We auditioned the same time.
We sure did.
Yeah, man. Fuck them niggas.
I didn't even have an audition. Shout out to CT. CT told me where I bombed that. I mean, I bombed it, and when I mean, like, I didn't even have an audition. Sweet talked my way in there because CT told me where it was at, and that's how I was able to.
Hey, I'm gonna let you get back to your thing, cause I was now, man. Cause I
just about to get personal.
Yeah.
We got a monologue.
Hey, fuck your feelings.
Hey, and I told you, nigga, this shit's peaking. You can't hear the distortion though?
Got it. So I auditioned the same time, and I did not bomb my audition. I actually had a pretty solid audition. I did tell it. Ask James Davis.
Right. When did you audition?
It was when they first brought it back.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't that solid, Justin.
Ooh. Fuck your feelings.
What do you
love it. I love it, nigga. That's what the show about.
What do you feel like your misstep? Did you have any missteps in the audition at all? Like, did you maybe like not kill it on the rap part, or?
I think I did good on the rap part.
I think we might have been in there the same day.
Yeah, we was there the same
day.
I
remember.
No, we was there. It was me, you, James Davis. You know, the niggas that don't make it remember it really well.
Bro, but I feel like even with that, like with the, and it's so different. Like you said, you've been acting since you was young, so it's so much more personal to you. I was playing sports and just minding my business and being a nigga. So if I don't get some shit, I don't be giving a fuck. Like I don't care at all. Like
that's kind of the secret.
But see, I think the people that don't give a fuck get it
because
like,
you get it.
That's a fact. I'm telling you, really. Any audition that I ever really prepped for and went hard for, I never got.
Nah.
Whenever I just walked in there, like I didn't have nothing to lose when I auditioned for Wild 'N Out because I'm like, nigga, I ain't supposed to be here. So like, what's the all they gonna do is kick me out? Like, I don't give a fuck.
I auditioned for it too, and had like a really good audition until it was the rap part because I was just.
That's usually where people stumble up.
That's where I was complete trash.
I was not because I could rap.
Horrible.
Matt,
yeah, you can.
Matt. No. I cried that night. I cried. I didn't cry.
So much pain.
I didn't cry.
Hey, when you've been acting since you was young and you don't get shit, that shit really hit different.
But you know what's so funny? I'm talking shit in the moment. I cared because it was wilding out. I honestly, this is for me personally. I'm glad I didn't get it because I want to be known that I did shit on my own type shit. Right. That's just our own personal thing. So in the moment, of course, it was 2014. I wasn't on TV at the time. You know what I'm saying? I had only did like some prank shows for MTV. So yeah, in the moment, I was like, damn, man. And I had a decent. Let me tell you how I know I had a decent audition. No. This facts. These are
Justin Hires. No.
The producers called me. No. The producers literally called me and said, "We want you. Some of us want you. There's someone that don't want you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how. And it was like, if somebody don't sign on to the show, you will get their spot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's what that, and that happened like a day after we had those auditions or whatever.
Everybody but Nick.
I didn't say that.
Nick was in the back.
That's the one nigga you gotta win over.
Want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back, it's tempting.